Hi, this is Guthrie at 10507 Aurora Avenue North. I continuously curse people. There's a security guard from LaSalle hanging out in illegally. He's practicing out of scope. It's a black male who's a black Nazi, and he and a retarded crack whore, heroin whore, they're saying that they're sheriffs. And he just made, this is 507 Aurora Avenue North, Washington 98133, by the way. And it's Unit 329. And there are bums out in the storage room. And she's probably 60s. She's got in front. Otherwise, she would be thin. Certain figure. Usually wears her hair in two braids. She's sort of haggish. And she has stolen large amounts of money from British Airways. Customers, clients that have left their cash and valuables in British Airways. Well, she used to work somewhere else, so it was before British Airways, but now she works for British Airways. You can usually find Marie in such happy pursuits as cutting up tickets. Can have the bus transfers look like they're today's bus transfer. She's black. She's about 5'6", and maybe 5'4", and she sucks up all the free services she can. And black, but she's also involved with the Bloods. But the heroin hag, it's very complex because behind the black Nazi, there's usually a moron white, and indeed there are a couple stinky prostitutes in the wall. One in the storage room. One of whom is Stephanie, who also goes with Gregory home. And that's in a church. And she's a heroin hag, and she's injected her arm to the point it's literally useless, and it dangles. And by the way, she's been having sex with various room, and I had to hear her going, ah. She's about 5'6", brown hair. She's gotten a bit fatter. She's pear-shaped, but she has a noticeably foul smell, a personal odor, shall we just say. And she likes to hang out in front of dolls and beg when she's not in the janitor's closet, trying to terrorize me. So the security guard saw he has a gun, and a case bums have rattled chains. So this bum thought he would have me pay another black Nazi named Marie. That's the whole of extortion. And of course there have been arrests, including from this bum. When I was at the LaSalle, I would let him turn me out as a prostitute, slave, and he literally had everybody threaten me. He and the other thoroughly psychotic, all of them. At the LaSalle, they work for the PDA, Market Development Authority, something like that. This is a black male. That's not to say that the white security guards aren't psychotic as well. They are, and they're all on meth, and they're all into extortion. Once again, I'm at 10507 Aurora 98133, and yes, he will attempt to terrorize me by hanging out in this room that wraps around my apartment. Now, I've written to State of Washington in regard to the security guard practicing out of scope. When arrest people and they don't belong to property and that person isn't doing anything to them, because this is occurring out in a janitor's room that's a paranoid psychotic on meth and coke and everything else. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, extort for everything for free, including being ridden around, that's such slang, being driven around so she could obtain microwaves and things like that for her apartment when she got back on her feet. So it's just an ex-junkie, ex-prostitute, a junkie whore. And remember, she works on British Airlines. Of your valuables once you've lost them, fence them. It's a high level of threats due to the fact that it's the third, to extort money. And also the bums thought they'd come in here, take my check, starve me, and have me drink the foul chemicals that burned my hands and made them white. My face is usually burned. Dumped glass on me. The Pike Place Development Authority involved in such crimes, and by the way, so is the property manager here and the psychiatrist attached. His name is Dr. Jaffe. He's in on human slavery, drugging. If they want to get rid of a witness, they can rely on Dr. Jaffe to have them raped and drugged and committed. So he's worked very well with the Bloods, as you might figure. But so has the building staff, including the social workers, even dirty nurse. She's in on druggings. Got long red hair, kind of a paste face. White. They're all 6 psychotics at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. Oh, and by the way, who's your friendly staff at the front desk? No one less than the stalker from Recovery Cafe who caused problems with women. He's about 6'1". He's a rapist, I believe. And he has also stood in this room trying to terrorize me. He's black male, plain. Most noticeable trait is that he was clean and neat, and glasses. Designer frames with a little lace on them or something. But quite the stalker, and I would say a would-be rapist of women. He grows quite menacing when you turn him down. He's at the front desk now. And he's a drunk, by the way. Oh, and you can find Stephanie at the Dollar Tree begging. At, it's about on 45th or so, down from 45th, about 43rd. Well, I'll be back. As soon as the threats start up again, I will be here to broadcast them. Because remember, they like to terrorize me too when I'm in the shower, including to abduct me and rattle chains and tell me they have chemicals in my shower, which is a popular crime, and 13 years. I've gone through this for 13 years. Dirty cop or two involved.